$130,000, 377, or sorry, my bad, $130,377.44. That's 130377.44. Next up we have Howard Companies. Howard Companies, their bid came in at $93,577.65. That's 93,577.65. Next up we have Milestone. Milestone, their bid came in at $95,279. That's 95,279.0.
Go ahead.
Next up we have Midwest Paving. Midwest Paving, their bid came in at $111,047.40. That's 111,047.40. Next up we have E&B Paving. E&B Paving, their bid came in at $95,401.50. That's 95,401.50. And last up we have Brooks. And their bid came in at $101,524. That's 101,524.0. So that's all the bids we had. Right now it looks like Howard Companies is the parent low at $93,577.65. Like always, we'll take these back and review it, make sure all the math checks out, and we will go from there. thanks everyone for coming out and your interest in the project.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It goes lowest bid, right? Lowest bid.
Yeah. Yeah. If they're all apples for apples,
That's what he'll review.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll review it, make sure
I'm
everything
gonna make
looks
a
good.
copy of this real quick.
Yep. Oh,
You all right?
that was
Yep.
close. We have not worked with Howard companies before, so we'll have to do some checking in and reference calling on them.
Okay.
And we'll follow up and
So if
How
it's
long
not,
will that
if
take?
it's, if it's not Howard, it'd be Milestone then, right?
yep. So we'll get it back. We'll review all the bids, make sure all the math adds up. That'll be tomorrow. We get that done,
Okay.
and then we'll follow up. Because when's your next council meeting?
Be the first Tuesday of next month.
Okay, so we'll have it done by then.
Okay.
So we'll have it. You'll have it way before then, our recommendation and stuff. So we'll double check, make sure they're fine to award it to, and if not,
Make sure that everything's,
yeah, we'll make sure everything checks out, and we'll get you. We always send a recommendation letter for you guys to look at
Okay.
at your council meeting and award it. So
okay. Sure appreciate your help.
yeah, no problem.
And I'll send you that document, that
Perfect.
contract.
And like I was telling them, I haven't worked with Howard before. We'll look into their references, whatnot. We'll ask for
Okay.
them and make sure they're fine.
Where they out of?
Indianapolis, but it sounds like they bought a company up this way, so they might be trying to get more work in this area. So I'll do some checking in and go from there. So, all right, thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you.
Watch your steps, don't do like I did.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Okay.
Okay. Marcy signed a CCMG contract with NDOT via DocuSign.
Yep. So I did that this morning, and I was just telling Luke, he says that they were going to change the way they were doing business and not have us sign the contract until after the bids have been awarded. And he said that they've changed things again, so now they're having us do the contract ahead of time.
Compliance plan. Discuss applying for a planning grant.
Yeah, when I got what we was just talking about, I looked. And so Curry said we have to do a PER for the wastewater for the compliance plan. And they said it was 30 grand, right?
She said roughly 30 grand, yep.
But if we can get this grant, which I wasn't for getting the grant, but even if we do get the grant for all three, it's only 10 grand we have to pay.
Hmm.
So
That's what I said.
the smart, my mind ain't working very well. So we can either go with, we just need it for the wastewater, that's it. But we can go ahead and get them for water, wastewater, and stormwater, all three, if we get this grant for 10 grand. So that's $90,000 worth of work we're getting, but we're not really going to work on the water plant or the stormwater. I mean, it might help on the stormwater maybe, or it might even help on the water level. We just had a water one done.
Well, what she
2
said,
years ago.
what she said when we talked to her on the phone the other day was that Jill said this. She said that we wouldn't concentrate as much on the water since they just did a water one for us, and put more concentration, put more of the money towards the wastewater and make it more elaborate PER.
And she did say if there was anything left over, we could use part of that too, like for our smoke testing or our.
Yeah, the water one we just did. That's where
Yes.
that's wanting us to spend like $5 million, right?
Yeah. So what she's needing is an approval to apply for the grant. And she says, and the grant doesn't mean that they would get the business, that it would have to be bid out to see who would be our engineer for it.
And then I just got off the phone with her a little bit ago, and she said that they would cut them way back so we'd have more money towards the wastewater part. So we might as well, I think, just go ahead and apply for the.
Do it.
Do I need to make a motion to do this?
Can you even vote on anything
I think,
here? Or?
yeah, we can vote because there's two of them here.
Okay.
Because what she was saying, and she was saying that she didn't know if we wanted to stay with the grant writers that we've always had, but she heard that they are retiring. So she suggested someone that used to work for IDEM. Is that who he worked for? Mike Klein Peter?
Oh, that guy. Excuse me? And Greg Brimer both.
Yes.
But do we have to vote on who we want to pick today?
Probably not today.
'Cause I need to. I'll call them. She hasn't got me that number.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we just need to find out if you guys are okay with us applying for the grant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any money,
Yeah.
Do you
go
want-
after it.
Do you want a motion for it then?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I'll call. I have Anderson's number, and I got Greg Brimer's number, so I'll call those two, and I'll get that number off of that guy too.
Okay.
Ken Anderson might be mad at me. He always call me like at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
He must be a night owl.
I guess. Well, that's a perfect time to catch me. I wasn't out working.
Okay. 111 East Henry Street, Old National Bank building purchase for city building.
Okay, so after our meeting that you guys approved for me to go forward with it, I talked to Andy Wagner, and he said, okay, I'll get looking on it. And then he called me back the very next day and said that there was a sale pending on it. And it was listed for $140,000, and he said there was a sale pending. Well, he called me on Tuesday and said that it fell through. So then he asked if we wanted to go look at it. So we went over there and looked at it, and there is a leak in the ceiling.
There's stuff that's going to have to be done to it, I know, because it's been sitting there.
And so because you guys approved me looking into it for $140,000, Andy suggested we put a bid in make an offer for $80,000. So we did. They came back yesterday saying $126,000. So then, and Jason's all aware of all this. He says we'd have to write a resolution once you accept a bid. So I talked to Andy again this morning, and Andy thinks that we should put it in for $110,000. Make it offer for $110,000 if you guys are okay with that.
That's our final offer, and then maybe they'll just jack back down to that.
That's what Andy
Okay,
suggested.
now we've got the money, right?
Yeah, we have the money.
Okay. That would be nice to have that building over there.
Yeah.
You could have all this, the way I look at it.
We'd probably just. I'll probably just stay right there, because it's.
Oh, you
I
may need,
destroyed.
you may need more storage room or
Yeah,
whatever.
we could use a little bit of that. Can you rent the front out where you guys' offices are, or?
I don't know.
Because I'd just stay over there. We can rent that out. You can get a business or something in here.
That's something we can look into.
Mm-hmm. So are you guys okay with me proceeding at 110?
Pretty soon they're going to.
Should we have some kind of inspection done?
Yeah.
That it's all in the contract
Okay,
saying an
okay.
inspection, but they will not. They came back saying that they would not fix anything at that price. Where's that here? So when we sent the offer in for 80,000, Andy typed in all kinds of stuff saying everything had to stay there, and
What
that
all's in there? Anything?
all kinds of filing cabinets and desks and stuff,
All
which
the
is
bank
really
stuff's
good.
still
I
in
mean,
there.
we need to know that the furnace works and
Right, correct.
all that stuff.
But that's all contingent on, and that's what we said we do. We want an inspection, but they will not go and repair anything. chances of stuff being broken, yes. It's been sitting since
Yeah, 'cause It's
2017.
been sitting, you know, like the water lines and things like that are in there. It's been sitting for, there's not any heat in there.
Power's
Well,
on.
Huh?
The power's on.
Surely they've had some kind of heat in there.
Yeah, because
They
it
have?
wasn't. It was cold in there, but not excessive. I mean, it
Not
wasn't.
freezing. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, that's
got
good.
just probably got minimal.
That's what
just
was
keep
worrying
stuff
me,
from
but,
freezing.
you know,
Mhm.
we'd have a lot of plumbing and all that to go through.
And then we'd have an income of $400 a month for the ATM.
Oh,
And we want to keep that.
Absolutely.
as long as it's there.
Yeah,
Because the town needs that,
yeah,
and we might as well be getting some money out of it.
yeah.
And
So,
probably pay our light bill over there.
Mhm.
So yeah,
And I can't believe they haven't done it. They're doing it in a lot of the town halls. They'll come in and as soon as one person complains that you don't have handicap restrooms and handicap doors, it's a ticking time bomb right here. As soon as one person
Complaints.
complains,
Well-
then they're gonna come in and say,
All
this
that-
place has
all
gotta
that's-
be all up to date.
Yeah,
And that
because that has a ramp and everything. Yeah, because we widened that door on the front of the building because before wheelchairs couldn't get in our door, and we'd always have to go outside and get the stuff from them. And then when Andy's son put in the door, we made a bigger door so they could. And then a bigger area for our meeting, because
Yeah.
we just have the lobby for the meeting
yeah,
area.
the whole front area.
Uh huh.
And Gordy that was here today said, I was telling
What's
him,
in the
he said,
back?
There's
I know there's where the tellers used to be.
there's where
And
the
then
tellers
there's
used
an
to be.
office.
There's a kitchen, a bathroom, and 2 offices, and then an open area that could be another office. Like I even asked Melvin and Joe if they would move over there. Melvin really doesn't want to move unless you guys tell him he has to. He goes, "What would we do with that building?" I said, "Sell it to Danny. He bought the other part of it. Why wouldn't he want to buy the rest of it?"
Yeah.
The vault's still over there.
The vault, and that's what they could put their evidence in.
I was gonna say they could probably use the vault.
Yeah.
So you think if you sold that one, and then we get the $400 a month off that one, and maybe even rent part of this front out, shit, it's gonna cost. In the long run, it's
I mean, I don't know if the
No-brainer.
ATM is something. I mean, you can count on.
Yeah, there's a contract with it
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
And
but I mean, as soon as that contract's up,
But Andy says that because he's on some board with First Merchants, when a bank pulls out of a town, they want to leave their ATM in that town as long as they can because they're going to lose their customers if they don't, because they're going to go to a different bank.
true.
Yeah, I want the ATM left in there.
Mm-hmm.
And if we make a little money on it, so be it. To pay our light bill and stuff like that. Some of our expense. Yeah, that's too good a building to just.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all brick.
We're
And,
not gonna get another bank in here, I'm sure of that anymore.
No.
Not in farm.
They're not interested in.
Small town, I mean,
buildings.
it's just not gonna happen. And we can do something with this and maybe.
hmm
Yeah,
I'm for it.
yeah, I am too.
Connor said he's for it too, because when he came in and told me he wasn't going to be here, he said that he was for it. So, all 3 of you say I can move forward with at 110.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And see if Andy thinks that it'd be if we have to, you know, they're not going to fix anything. But if there's,
He says it's still, even at the price that they were asking, he says it's still well worth it.
yeah,
a lot of times you can negotiate with that too.
they might see if
First
they
down.
pitch in on what's, you know, if they don't want to do it, we can do it, but they'll take off a little more
Yeah.
for us.
Well, that's
I'd
what.
like to go through it and make sure the water's right.
Well, the inspection will,
Yeah.
they'll go through that thing like crazy. They'll check
Yeah.
every little thing in that inspection.
I think it'd be great.
I do too.
Because
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit
it'll
to-
have to be at least painted.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, all like under the windows and,
Yep. Has to be cleaned and
and
painted.
the gables.
Yep.
Probably carpet and.
Yeah.
Some of that 70s in the very back.
Mm-hmm.
Look like Brady Bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Be nice.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have my own office where
And
I'm
the
not.
thing I like, you still have a drive up, which would be handy
Like
for
deposit
her
box.
out there.
Yep.
paying bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to figure out how to do the night deposit box because of it having a key for a drop. I mean, I don't know if you can put.
I don't think you have a key.
Really?
No, it just opens up and you just.
Oh, so maybe you only have to have a
We
key
used
if
to
you
make,
have
we
a.
used to make the little deposits all the time at night.
Oh, okay. Well, that's perfect then.
It just slides open about so far, and you slide it in there
Ah.
and shut it, and then it drops in. Where I assume some kind of
There's
safe
a
thing.
there's
there.
a safe in there. Hmm.
Yeah.
And the only thing that people said that we couldn't keep was the old safe that's in the lobby. They said that's the only thing that we can't keep.
I'm gonna see him get that out of there.
That's what my husband
Say,
said
okay,
too.
well, you got a deadline to get it out of there. See ya.
I was wanting a clock out there when they shut it down. Somebody else got it before I did. I mean, I was gonna buy it because I've been into the antique clocks for a long time. Somebody got it. It worked there. Now I'm gonna make them pay for it. Yeah, I know who got it.
Do you have any chairs in there? I mean, that we could
No,
use?
but we can take. We can
Take that big table, that's gonna take.
definitely take
10
this
people.
table.
Yeah. Put
Yeah.
that down at that end.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, like Gordy said, now we can have, well, maybe Alliance classes every once in a while. They've asked me for years, but we don't have any place to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, just one, there's gonna be like 10 guys out there in the front. I don't know, maybe.
I think
Yeah.
go for it.
Okay.
Worst thing happened, we don't get it.
Yep. I've already got the Christmas tree and I've already got it decorated, so it's ours. All right. That's all I have.
Yeah, I get an office in there.
If you need one,
What's in these here?
your W-2s,
W-2s, okay.
and then do the bank rec for me.
Oh, yeah, I wonder why I was sitting there.
All right, I gotta go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mayor, let's do it.